Hey everybody, it's Chad Gilbert, and for those of you who don't know me, I was a Valley Youth Theater cast member for 10 years, from 1997 until 2007. My first show was in the basement of Tower Plaza Mall, Raggedy and Andy, where I played Lester Loony, the prince's nutty sidekick. And from that moment on, I performed in additionally 22 more productions with Valley Youth Theater. So 23 total in that 10-year span. And as we all know, one show seemed like 5 years sometimes because of the amount of time and energy we put into them, but definitely all worth it. Some of my favorite roles include playing Cat in Honk the Musical, Geppetto in Pinocchio, Tweedledee playing opposite Emma Stone's Tweedledum in Alice in Wonderland, and Toad in A Year with Frog and Toad, which was my final performance with Valley Youth Theater before I, moved to Southern California, San Diego, to pursue college at San Diego State University, where I graduated with my journalism and public relations degree. From then I went on to do public relations work for some companies and started my career. And I'm now kind of directing a content team at an agency here in San Diego, working with a lot of designers, writers, web producers, and really honing in on a lot of the professional skills that I actually learned at a young age via Valley Youth Theater. Some of those skills being, a solid work ethic. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late, as Bob would always say to us. And that's something that I remember every day of my life. But in addition to that being part of work ethic, showing up with your role or your part, no matter how big or small it is, we're all in this together and we're all here to create some magic, right? So I treat my professional life like that as well. In addition to work ethic, I was also able to hone in on the skill of taking rejection in a positive and professional way. So going into numerous auditions and callbacks and not getting the role that I thought I wanted or that I thought I knew I should have based on not being the right fit for the part, right? I mean, having that kind of interaction at a young age and knowing how to work through that in a positive way has definitely helped set me up for success. As we all know, life is challenging and there's a lot of rejection out there. So it's, all about how you handle it. And I think Valley Youth Theater does a great job of, introducing that type of experience to young adults. Finally, improvisation, I think, is one of the top skills that I was able to learn through Valley Youth Theater and my time there. While I might not be telling jokes on stage off the cuff right now, there are many times throughout the week that I'm involved in boardroom conversations or conference calls where I need to take the lead on something that I might not know 120% in and out, but we, need to keep going, right? So having the ability to improvise and, own that part of a conversation when needed has been valuable in my career as well. I could go on and on about things that I learned through Valley Youth Theater and, thanks to Bob, Carol, and Mark, and everyone else that I was able to meet and forge relationships with. But I want to end with just a quick little snip of one of my favorite songs from Wicked that I think encompasses a lot of what I feel about Valley Youth Theater. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. So much of me is made from what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you'll have rewritten mine by being my friend. And that's all I'm going to sing from it because I probably will just start to cry, but I hope everyone's doing well. I'm hoping I get to see some of you in the flesh again. And this was great that I was able to be a part of this, and so happy that Valley Youth Theater is still making an impactful change in young adults' lives and everyone's life for that matter who comes in contact with VYT. So I couldn't be prouder to say that I'm a VYT alum, with a 10-year span, and I recommend Value Theater to anyone and everyone.